Monday, May 15th. I'm John Evans, and you're on the Small Town Network, and that's the first time you ever saw that opening.
That's right. And I'm Scott Wilk.
I'm Howard Howell.
That's Howard, who made our
that was pretty
new video, our opening video.
It sounds more serious now. We're going to end up with something bad. Right
I love that. I love it. It's so cool. Thank you to Howard for that excellent opening video. So welcome to the Small Town Network Community News Program. If you're just joining us for the first time, we are a weekly program. We've been over a year now doing this.
Oh, very much so.
It's crazy to think of. But yeah, welcome. And before we get too much farther, got to thank the groups that share us. There's so many groups. We share it in like over, almost 40 groups.
Yeah.
So please, you guys, thank you to the groups that share us every week. We really appreciate it. And if you're a member of a group that we by chance don't share it in, hey, share it in that group or tell us about that group. And if you are watching the program and you want to comment to us or something like that, make sure that you're actually on our page.
Yeah. Especially if we're having a contest or something like that, a giveaway. The only way to make sure that you're getting entered in that is to comment on our homepage. So make sure you do that.
Yeah, so if you see our post, make sure you click the Small Town Network first, make sure you're on our page, and then comment on that because then we can see it.
Yeah.
But again, welcome if you're brand new. We're a little local news program. We do local news information, some jokes here and there. We also have weather provided by WVLT Channel 8, so we appreciate that. Howard does that for us. But again, welcome. And if you haven't already, please follow us, and share us.
And contact information will be at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you've got an event or a fundraiser, garage sale, it's getting to be warmer weather, like overnight. But if you've got an event or something you'd like to share, stick with us and we'll show you how to do that. We got events coming up first, but first, Mr. John got to go to an event that we told you about.
Yeah, we went to the Strawberry Festival down in Dayton this weekend. That was Saturday, and other than the fact it was just hot, it was a wonderful time. They got this is actually all that crowd. That's 2 blocks from their town square where all the vendors and all the food stuff is. That's people walking down towards the carnival area and some music areas. It was just packed.
Man, it looks like a lot of people.
Yeah,
we
lucked up and got
that was in Spring City, right?
No, it's in Dayton.
Dayton. That's right.
We got on the side street. We got a really close parking spot, but it meant I had to parallel park, which was terrible. I mean, really bad.
But that was awesome. So
this and that.
Cool to see that. Also saw the First Baptist Church car show that happened over the weekend. Looked like that had a great turnout. So. Again, if you went to any of the events that we shared, share a picture with us.
Yeah, please.
We would love to share that on the program as well. That takes us to our first segment, which is Things to Do, which is brought to you by none other than Mr. John and Evans Financial.
Yeah, Evans Financial. We're right over across from the park there in the gazebo there. And we can handle pretty much any investment account you got, no matter where it is now. You get that statement, you bring it down, and we'll have a look at it, and there's a really good chance that we can handle that for you here, and you got local representation. And if you really got a question, you know who you can sit down and talk to. But the other thing I wanted to mention, we have an open spot in our building on the corner, and it's 1,000 square feet, and it's suitable for a small business or an office. Have had some people interested in it for an office and for a little coffee shop. And I think it works well for all of that. So if you've got questions about that and you're interested at all, give me a call there at 865-354-1337, and we'll go look at it and let you see what you think.
Yeah, awesome. And be great to have another new neighbor in town.
Yeah.
And yeah, so very cool. So again, just use the contact information John had there, or feel free to just shoot us a message through Small Town Network.
That will work as well.
And John will get that as well. Right before we go into Bluegrass Jamming, we got the continuation of the Cool Energy Tour.
Yeah, that's a good bus tour of all the old World War II and I guess Cold War stuff as well, with the nuclear program there in Oak Ridge. And it starts out, I think, at the Science and Industry Museum or the Science Museum, and be a really, really interesting thing to spend your days on there. You're going to have some time maybe you got kids out of school, it'd be a great way to go out and spend a day with your family.
And $15, I promise you that's worth that.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, honestly, I would love all three of us to get to go on that because it's just, that stuff fascinates me. But anyway, call 387-1791 if you want to check out the availability and get your a tour booked. But as always on Tuesday.
Yeah, they're jamming there at the Belgrade Community Club, and
be okay.
That's 6 to 10 p.m. on Tuesday. Costs you $2 to get in, but for that $2 you can watch and listen, and you can also play. So bring your instrument, get up on the stage with some people who are in a small room and play, and they do have snacks and food, and you can give Maria a call at 865-458-3703.
Yeah, and send us a picture. Still haven't gotten a picture.
No, we haven't. We need to go over and do that. Anyway.
I know. And then Wednesday,
you got Food Truck Wednesdays in downtown Harriman. Now, we're not exactly sure who's going to be there.
No, didn't say
know
that.
It's going to be good, and that runs from 11 a.m. to 2.
And then our first farmers market.
And it's at 100 Stonehenge Drive in Crossville. That's the farmers market at the square. And keep in mind, these times are central, 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. or until they run out. So if they run out of maters, that's all the maters they got.
That's it. That's no more maters.
Yep.
And then every Wednesday,
The Oasis Children's Program at the at 429 West Rockwood Street. in
First
Rockwood.
Presbyterian
At
Church.
the First Presbyterian Church, and they have kindergarten through 8th grade. They got crafts and games, story time, music, and worship.
Yeah, it's good. Check that out. And then Lake Tansy, we've been talking about this for a while.
Yeah, it's starting
Thursday.
now. The
Another
Lake
market.
Tansy Farmers Market in Crossville. And that's 9 a.m. Central to 11 a.m. Central. And no charge to set up as a vendor. Give them a call there at that number, 931-788-6282. But you got to reserve a spot. You can't just show up the day of and say, "Hey, let me sell cantaloupes."
Yeah, and I think we've got like 3 different farmers markets in Crossville in our show right now. Pretty awesome. So almost every day of the week you can go get some fresh produce.
So what if it's the same vendors going from spot to spot?
No, that'd be cool. But if you go to that, send us a picture of that.
Yeah, please do.
And then Rome State.
Yeah, and a little debate about what that is, but we figured out it's because it says it right at the bottom.
Yeah.
The Southeast Ranch Horse Show at Rome State, and they're using both arenas from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And that's from the 19th to the 21st, and it's free to go watch that.
Yeah, let's go check that out. And then we talked about this one for almost a month now.
Dogwood Exchange, the Homestead Artisan Festival. And that's at 4950 Highway 127 South, Crossville, Tennessee, Central Time, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. They're going to have band, food trucks, and ice cream.
Yeah, and there's lots going on in Crossville, and honestly, that's not too bad of a drive away.
It's pleasant. Like you go down through Spring City, you go up Grandview.
Yeah.
Great drive, and takes you right down there.
Here's one, Oliver Springs, not too far away on Saturday.
We've been talking about this one for a while. It's their second annual street fair from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Beach Park Baptist Church in their parking lot.
Yeah, so go check that out. It's a free event. And then, as always, here in Kingston,
the Kingston Lakeside Farmers Market from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. and that's at 203 South Kentucky Street in Kingston.
Another market.
Yeah, and then on Saturday, this is a cool one. Haven't heard from our crazy pirates out there, but I hope they're doing well. But it's coming up just one day this time.
One day, and it's only from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. So if you want to get out there with your pirates, you better get on out there. And that's May the 20th, the Tennessee Pirate Fest.
Yeah, go talk to Barry out there. What was her pirate Barry? Remember, and her cat. We had a video she sent us last year. It was really great.
It was cool.
And it reminded me that that March, it's been a year since we were live at Shack Fu Radio. Because the pirate thing was going on, and we played that video from Shack Studio. So if you want to see something really cool, and if you haven't been a viewer for a long time,
Go back.
Go back and check out. And it's easier to go on our YouTube channel, Small Town Network.
I apologize up front because it is in HD.
Yeah,
And
crystal clear. So you're
so
welcome.
Yeah.
And we're
If you
sorry.
got- If you got old glasses, put those on for you. That'll kind of knock
And,
your resolution down.
we're
a
still
bit.
working on 3D, but
Not sure that'd be a good idea either.
But yeah, go back and check it out. We actually did our show live from Shack Fu Studio in Fort Myers, Florida, so that was very cool. Here's another cool one on Saturday.
Knoxville Symphony Orchestra is going to be at the Jim Henry Event Center in Kingston. They open the gates at 5:30, and they're going to have music, food.
Hopefully not.
And Southern Sips and more. I'm not sure what those two things are, but I guess
both beer.
I'd say I'd like it.
Some good adult beverages, I would say. And then at the Bradbury,
they're switching over to their stage show on Saturday, and that's at 3343 Buttermilk Road in Kingston, 7 p.m. to 10. Costs you $3 to get in this time, and I don't think. Take the stage or jam in the room. So same thing. Take your guitar.
Yeah. So another opportunity. Now we always do these, and it's neat to see what happens on this date. But this is a neat twist. There's two here.
Yeah.
On the same date but different year. But
almost the same event as well.
Yeah, I thought it was really fascinating.
Yeah. In 1927, on May the 21st, Charles Lindbergh does a solo crossing of the Atlantic, first one ever. And he goes from the States all the way to Paris. And if you remember the movie Spirit of St. Louis, that's the name of his plane.
Yeah.
They bring a heroic event. I mean, that was like somebody deciding, I'm going to go to the moon just by themselves, But just unheard of. And he did it. And then 5 years later.
Yeah, and then this. Same exact day.
She does it a little bit shorter. She goes from Newfoundland to Northern Ireland, but it's the first transatlantic flight by a woman. Just 5 years after after Charles Lindbergh did.
Yeah, so cool, but neat. I never knew that those happened on the same day, just different year.
You would think that would be a boring subject. Not that it's a heroic event and everything, but they made the movie out of it. And I think James Stewart played. He's coming up in birthdays.
Yeah,
he played Charles Lindbergh, but. I mean, you got to be cheap to shoot. You got one set inside an airplane.
Yeah.
And he stuck well for the most part. But he made it interesting, the crossing.
Got to see that.
Yep. And Jeremiah Johnson, which you haven't seen.
Yeah, no, and actually I did look it up the other day. But anyway. But that takes us to local school news, which no more Rockwood High School reporter.
No.
And actually, congratulations to all the seniors, and not just Rockwood. Almost all the schools have had their graduation. So those kids are moving on to bigger and better things, college, work, jobs, whatever. So congratulations and good luck to all you.
You guys getting out there in the real world. I promise
real world.
It's going to get interesting, but it's well worth it.
Get some ibuprofen or something.
There's some hard times out there, and you're going to wake up some days and wonder, why you ever got out of school. But I promise you stick it out, tough it out.
Keep driving on.
Yeah, very cool. Gosh, at the TV station, we've got our new summer interns just started, which is wild because it kind of lets me know how the semesters are just flying by, because we'll just have a new intern and another new intern, and it's just the year flying by. But we also have got a couple people. We got one that we're just hired that's going to get ready to start. That's a UT graduate. But all these kids that really stuck with it, they all are thankful. They all say, like even the intern today, Nikki, she said, it was tough, but I'm glad I did it. So stick with it, even though it's tough. But sponsoring local school news this week, they're in Chattanooga, but they're close friends, and we love them. The Six Little Teacups Bakery, we talked about them last week, so I went ahead and added them on here to give them a little plug. But straight south on 58, and you won't be able to miss it. Just get in on 58 there in Kingston, and just go on straight down.
If you get to Cleveland, you're going too far.
Yeah, custom cakes, custom cookies, does parties, weddings, you name it. Even has princess tea parties in there, and this really quaint. And if you haven't been in there, you should definitely stop. And it's really not that far, especially if you're on 58. You just drive south for not even an hour, and you're there. But check it out. Look them up on Facebook. Check out their website. Or if you want a wedding cake or something, just call them there at 423-702-CAKE. But yeah, so again, like we said, not much going on in school news. There's the end of your, there's really not much left. just a couple in-service days, mainly staff development, stuff like that. For those kids that are going to school this week, there's your last 4 days of lunch menu. Pizza on Thursday this week instead, because you're half a day on Friday if you even go. Don't forget though, you can still check out Mrs. Clement's journalism class, Tiger Talk podcast on Spotify. So check that out. And hey, we're already talking about next year. Rockwood High School Marching Band is having a pancake breakfast fundraiser.
They need the funds too. They need to get some new uniforms.
Yeah, go help them out. They did get some money for those new uniforms that they got, but you know how it is. They need money for all kinds of stuff. They're not getting enough from to do what they really need to do. So go help them out and have some pancakes on Saturday, 9 to 11. That's at First Presbyterian Church. Right down the street here at 429 West Rockwood. And then also help out the Rockwood High School Tiger Classic is May 19th and 20th. And that's a golf tournament, $5 mulligans, just $100 per player. But those proceeds all go to the RHS football team. So support them. And great job to the kids this year. They really did great. And so no school news for a while, so we get a little bit shorter shows, but that's why we made birthdays more interesting.
Maybe.
Yeah, and we just fill it with more of our intellectual conversation.
Absolutely.
Right. So speaking of which, that heads us into weather, which is brought to you by Shape Up.
Shape Up, a great little gym over there at the Shape Up Plaza, we like to call it, with Big Lots and Tractor Supply, and soon to be the American Grill by Winstead's, which I'm looking forward to that. The one in Spring City is really good. But if you eat over there, you come in here and you work it off. They got great aerobics rooms, they got cardio equipment, they got free weights, they got machines, everything you need to do get you workout in, a good little walking track as well. Yeah. And they do have classes, toning classes, like cardio classes. They have, well, these are their desk hours if you want to go in and talk to them about signing up. And remember, if you're a little older or if you're on a plan through the marketplace, there's a good chance some or all of your dues can be paid by that plan, and here are the dues.
Yeah.
Pretty reasonable pricing for what you get. And you can do everything from just working out, and then you can add tanning, you can add the sauna, you can add a lot of things.
Yeah, very cool. And then, don't forget, I don't know if you really need it.
But they hit the tanning beds.
Geez, you could just walk outside and get, I'm pretty burnt just from being outside every day, but yeah, go check out their tanning booth. I know it's a lot safer though to do it that way.
Yeah, and you do want to make your appointment. Yeah, they've cut out some of the more harmful UV rays in the tanning bed, and it's a little safer for you.
Yeah, so give Kid and Mary March a call.
Yep. Let them know you heard it here.
Yeah, and now that brings us to our weather wall with boom, there he is, Howard Howe.
As if from nowhere.
That was good. All right.
Oh yeah, we want to, don't forget WVLT Channel 8 for this sponsorship for the news. Heather Haley and her team out there. Yeah. Scott, don't forget to load up the what now on the phone, the WVLT Channel 8 app.
Yep, that's right.
Don't forget that. Oh, okay, so today we had a thunderstorm come through, but evidently it's done past now, but don't forget, tonight we're going to have some showers. Tuesday we're going to have some showers, off and on rain, and then Tuesday night too. So Wednesday and Thursday, Friday were pretty good up to the weekend. But the weather, we just jumped from 60s, 70s up to our 80s. So it's going to be a pretty good week. The nights are going to be pretty cool. So if you want to crack the one and hit up a fan or something like that, we're all good. And as far as all the moms out there, yesterday, I hope you all had an awesome Sunday too. So
hey, move over to the other side. Let's see what the weekend looks like. Oh, 70s.
Yeah, so we're going to drop a few right there. So, and don't forget, if the weather starts when the weather starts, and the weather start getting hotter, don't forget to drink water, stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The local weather radar, as you can see, this rain front is moving out. So tonight, hopefully, without any pop-up thunderstorms, it'll be a nice, good, clear, comfortable night for us.
Yeah, for sure. And so he's gonna do it. Oh, there he went. He's gone. Oh, we have some fun here, but you gotta thank WVLT Channel 8 and especially Heather Haley and the weather crew Gotta give a special shout out as we've got Howard back here at the news desk. If you haven't seen, it aired today at 7 o'clock. It's already over now. As you know, I got back from work late again. But gotta send a shout out. Brittany Tarwater did a special, it was a long series package. It's a special report that's actually its own entire whole hour-long show. And this story is called, oh crap, what's it called? It's about, I think I told you guys about it, but it's about Governor Blanton and when Lamar Alexander got signed in early because Blanton was going around like writing pardons and clemencies for all kinds of prisoners. And one of them, they were worried that he was about to release was James Earl Ray.
Okay.
The guy that assassinated MLK. Amazing story. She's talked to all these people, including Lamar Alexander, about all this. Amazing, just simply amazing. And it's called A Tennessee Waltz: Ray Blanton's Last Dance.
And of course, I don't know if I could have voted for him. I don't remember the year of that, but I do remember Ray Blanton's slogan. It was, what we needed was a ray of Blanton sunshine.
Well, man, you got to see this story. If you did miss it on the 7 o'clock special, you can watch it again on Roku. You can watch it again on our app. If you go to the WVLT.tv website, if you click the little 3 dashes in the top left corner, it gives you the whole menu. You'll see A Tennessee Waltz: Ray Blanton's Last Dance. But Brittany Tarwater killed it on that package. I got to shoot some of the interviews, an interview in Nashville. Got to shoot some stuff in the state records office and stuff on the microfilm.
Old school stuff,
but really awesome package.
Wow.
You got to go see it. It's more of a documentary. She did a great job on it, so please go watch it. Another thing you're going to want to check out is we have a new package that we've talked about. My buddy Chris Covert that watches the show all the time, it's a photographer. He has a special series called Exploring Tennessee, and they take you kind of like stuff that you've done. He's going to all the different local state parks around here and telling about all these informations and all these details about it. So you can go and you can see they've only aired one episode. The second one's coming up very soon. I think even this week. But go to the website again and you can see them on there as well.
If he does the Standing Stone Park in Monterey, remind me to go watch that, because that's an interesting story and an interesting park. It has some local ties here too.
But anyway, thanks to WVLT, and go check those out. Everybody's doing, we're so busy, it's unreal, but there's so much going on. Obviously, we've had tons of Knoxville shootings here lately, but for the latest news and all that, go to WVLT.tv or download their apps. That heads us into birthdays, and
if you were
birthday
born
today,
you share a birthday with George Brett from the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah, and didn't play for the Royals.
No, didn't play for the Royals.
I think he's a switch hitter, though, isn't he?
Well, maybe. But that's Liver Archie on the 16th. And also on the 16th
is Henry
Fonda. Great actor.
Yeah.
Also,
and
Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, no longer on Fox.
No longer on Fox, and I quit watching Fox.
Yeah.
It's amazing how he made his way up. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, he was one of those guys that, and I never knew why other people didn't do this. He would be in a debate with someone, and people that are really good at that, they'll frame the question where you've already lost.
Right.
Oh, well, everybody knows this, so then I'm going to ask you this question. And he'd always go back, no, everybody doesn't know that.
Right.
Your premise, your question is
well,
wrong.
They try to dodge it. Yeah.
And so he was just so quick and so sharp about that. You knew he was going to keep going.
Did you get to see his first video that he released since he had been off the air? Yeah, it's really good. I actually saw it too.
Whatever he does is going to be a success.
Yeah. So happy birthday to Tucker. I'm sure he watches.
Yep, I'm sure he does.
What?
Speaking of turkeys,
I'm terribly impressed when he does. Todd Russell.
Yeah.
Birthday on the 16th.
Happy birthday, Todd, on Tuesday. I have a feeling we're going to see Todd again.
No.
And happy birthday, Dawn Combs, my buddy Tom Combs' wife in Fort Myers, Florida. Good friends of mine. And then
On the 17th, we have Dennis Hopper.
Wednesday,
Man.
also.
Craig Ferguson, who's hilarious. He watches all the time, I'm sure, as well.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, Danny Metcalf. You may
Number
see
one.
him again the first time.
His first personality.
Somebody get to us. We don't know exactly what day Danny's birthday is.
For
but
real.
That's the first one.
And there's my buddy Bubba James, BJ Odom. He, old friend, longtime friend. He actually used to work at the AM stereo oldie station with my dad way back in the day. And they were good friends, and I actually became good friends with BJ's son, who is Gentry, who is the program director and owner of Shaq Fu Radio. Again, so we talked about that earlier. Go back and see it. It's really cool. And I actually interviewed Gentry on that episode, so it's very cool. Go back and check that. But very special happy birthday to BJ Odom, good friend. And then my buddy also, Justin Thomas. And then on Thursday.
Share a birthday if you're born on the 18th with Frank Capra, one of the greatest directors of all time. I think, anyway, did some of the greatest movies. Pope John Paul II.
Yeah. And then also.
And Flossie Baker.
Yeah. On Thursday. And then also on Thursday.
Debbie Gibson Ladd.
And then still on Thursday.
Derek Anders.
And
Theresa Long Baker.
now hold on. We got remember that face.
Yes.
Okay. And then also my buddy Vance Hartley on the 18th. Also another buddy of mine, Kevin Moore. We call him Doogie. He has played guitar for Dolly, you name it, everybody. So big happy birthday to Kevin Moore. He's with Rachel Holder, a friend of mine, and Stuart Weed back there on bass. Great bass player. And then
Andre the Giant.
Andre
On the 19th.
Friday. And also
And Malcolm X.
on Friday.
And Melanie Holloway.
And
Edwin Cooper.
then on Saturday.
James Stewart worked with Frank Capra and was in the movie Spirit of St. Louis. We talked about that.
Yeah.
But done a lot of stuff. A great actor.
Yeah, I love him, man.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
Did you see the one with him and the rabbit?
We're walking toward Bart.
Was it Harvey, the rabbit? He had an invisible rabbit friend. Great movie if you haven't seen that one.
I don't think I have seen
Yeah,
that one.
that's good.
Do you remember the Don Knotts one where he talks to the fish?
Oh, yeah.
And he turns into a fish?
Mr. Limpet.
Limpet.
Yes.
Love that movie. That old school. These kids today are like, what are they talking about?
And Cher.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Sharon.
Yeah.
She watches.
She watched, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Missy Dowker Green.
On Saturday. Another Saturday. Week.
Gerald Eldridge.
And then the other personality.
Is Danny Metcalf. You know,
Take two.
So
He's got two profiles with two different birthdays.
He's double dipping.
he is double
So
dipping.
either his witness protection plan is not working out very well.
Somebody let us know.
Yeah, what's the real day, Danny? Sorry, I didn't mean that to sound harsh. Good friends of ours, Amy Shook Gauntz. That's a good buddy that comes. His name is Buddy. His son is there with Amy. But Buddy Gauntz is a guy that comes to all Matt Cordell's shows, and he's a big supporter of all the theaters in Pigeon Forge. Love Buddy. He's up there in Kentucky, and I'm sure actually he does watch the show quite often. So happy birthday to Amy, and a good hello to Mr. Buddy. Another good friend of mine, Myra Lohman. Cool story about Myra. She was the anesthesiologist when I worked for Waterman Broadcasting NBC2, and they sent me to Brazil on that medical mission, and I ended up winning an AP award for that piece. But Myra was the anesthesiologist, and we did cleft lip and cleft palate surgeries, and oh God, I think they did over 200, almost 300 procedures in Brazil over like an 8-day period.
That's cool.
It was incredible. But so big happy birthday to Miss Myra. I think she's down in Florida now. But she watches. And then another buddy of mine used to work at Fox with me, Craig Miller. And this guy looks like the other guy we had.
Mr. T.
Yeah, Mr. T. I pity the fool that don't know my birthday. Fool. Yeah.
And he shares birthday with Valerie Kidwell.
Yeah. I was saying our opening music, our new opener, sounds like the A-Team thing.
Yeah, kind of.
I love that. I used to love the A-Team. My grandfather, my mom's dad, used to always say, because he would always watch A-Team with me when I was a little kid, and I never realized until my grandfather said something. He said, you realize, they always have guns and all this, but nobody ever gets shot on the A-Team. You can watch it. The vehicles flip, all this stuff happens. They're shooting guns the whole show.
Yep.
Not one person gets shot ever.
Creating sparks and everything.
It's amazing, but kind of funny. Totally different nowadays in TV.
Well, we didn't know that when we was kids. We was like, wow.
I didn't know. Yeah, I always thought it was the coolest thing, man.
Yeah.
That Knight Rider was just the thing. But that takes us to other interests, which is brought to you by Country Tonight. And what these are is stuff that's going on not this week, but the following week. So we appreciate Country Tonight bringing you this segment. Don't forget to check out their celebrity concert series. Got next one coming up, the Bellamy Brothers. And then Diamond Rio. Love Diamond Rio. Seen them many times. Randy Travis, man. You better go see Randy Travis because I don't know how many more
He's trying to stick it out.
Last time I saw Randy Travis, he looked older than old. And he was so little. Like he was wearing this big leather suit. And it looked just like a toothpick wearing a suit.
Wow.
Like he's so little. I can't
I
believe
got a picture in my office of my wife with him.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't believe
That's
he's
cool.
still alive. But go see Randy Travis because that's got to be cool. Oak Ridge Boys, the Always Loretta Lynn tribute, and Tracy Bird. But also check out the regular show. But you can check all that out, countrytonightpf.com. First on the list coming up next, not this week, but next week.
Splash Pad opening day at Garrison Park in Crossville. Bring your chairs and blankets and have a picnic because they're going to have a movie Under the Stars.
Yeah, that's on Friday night. And also on Friday night,
Liquid Velvet presents tribute bands, and they're going to have, looks like it's Fleetwood Mac, Journey, Heart, and Toto, and more, and it's going to be down at Arrowhead Resort. And if you hadn't been down there, those folks are killing it too.
yeah.
There's some good bands right there.
Their restaurant is really good, and it's a great location. Good people. Go down and see the show.
Yeah, and I missed it this past Sunday. And I'm pretty sure I was supposed to be there, but I made Mother's Day plans with my mom. But also on Sundays, I believe it's at 1 o'clock or 1:30. They have a little service right there.
More like a gospel singing music service, and
A little small service there at Arrowhead Resort as well. So go check that out. And you can find more information from that. Just check out Bill Anderson's page.
and they're going to have the Gizmo Jam at the Memorial Day weekend at the Gizmo Island. We always just call it the island when I was growing up, but looks like they're going to have quite a few people there.
Yeah, that's cool. So Gizmo is just its own island. Is that what it is?
It's over there at what used to be Sugar Valley Farm is now, what's the name of that subdivision? I don't remember, but it's the old Rockwood Landing. There are two small islands there, just across from the Barge Cut Through and Thief Neck Island.
So I know where Thief Neck is.
Yeah, behind that, behind the two islands, it's very, very shallow. And so boats just raft up, and for a lot of the places you can just get out and walk from boat to boat, so you don't have to swim, and it's really
Cool.
but I'm not sure how much the people that live in the houses right behind that. like
Yeah,
that,
right.
but,
Yeah. Well, hopefully they'll
but
join
we
in.
really
And
got no, they can't say anything about it. It's TVA land. You know,
exactly. So if
TV
you
one.
have an event like we told you, or if you've got a
it's Grand
birthday,
Vista Bay.
special event, anything like that, this is how you get a hold of us.
Yep, you can get a hold of us at smalltownnetworklive@gmail.com, or the easiest, best, and quickest way of doing it is just message us on Facebook directly from our page.
Yeah, so that wraps up another week. You hear the music in the background. Thanks to our Ukrainian friends, Uzori. I know we forget about it, but there's still a war going on over there. They're still battling for their lives. So we continue to pray for them.
And I think, I hate this, but I think the people have gotten lost in the shuffle, and there are we're worried about, the geopolitical implications of all this stuff. In the meantime, there's
people just getting killed left and right.
And
but there's Uzori, my friends from Ukraine. They supply the music, so our thoughts and prayers are always with you guys. So we appreciate that. But yeah, so that wraps up another episode from everybody here. So from all of us at Small Town Network, I'm Scott Wilk.
I'm John Evans.
I'm Howard Hall.
Yeah, so have a great week, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Be good.
Like and share and follow, and we'll see you next week.